Thank you very much for that kind of introduction. Vegetarianism is becoming more and more popular in various parts of the world today, particularly to Christians whom others say should be vegetarian, to be in line with the commandment, thou shalt not kill. What then is the biblical argument in support of eating meat? Before the fall, and perhaps up until the flood, it is true that mankind ate only vegetables. But that was only a temporary command. And God said, Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of all the earth, every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food. Genesis 1:29. It is true that Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego all did not eat meat during their captivity in Babylon. But that was more likely due to either what kind of meat it was or how it was prepared. Perhaps the animals were not kosher for a Jewish diet. Daniel 1:8. Actually, God specifically ordained that man could eat meat, starting after the flood. The only prohibition was that you were to drain the blood. Genesis 9. During the Exodus, God sent quail to the camp to provide the Israelites with meat to eat. Exodus 16. Furthermore, Jesus himself ate meat as he observed the Passover with his disciples. And he said to them, I have earnestly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. Luke 22:15. What is Passover? I'm glad you asked. The Passover meal is a feast that every Jewish person was under obligation to observe once a year, in which they ate the meat of a roasted lamb. So God once again ordained and commanded the eating of meat. The most applicable passage, though, is perhaps found in Romans 14. In this passage, Paul addresses the issue of eating meat that has been sacrificed to false gods. Paul affirms that there is nothing wrong with eating meat, and it is the weaker brother who eats only vegetables in fear that eating meat would be wrong. Romans 14, verses 1 through 4 states, As for the one who is weak in faith, welcome him, but do not quarrel over opinions. Excuse me. One person believes he may eat anything, while the weak person eats only vegetables. Let not the one who eats despise the one who abstains, and let not the one who abstains pass judgment over the one who eats. For God has welcomed him. Who are you to pass judgment on the servant of another? It is before his own master that he rises or falls, or he stands or falls, and he will be upheld, for the Lord is able to make him stand. In conclusion, the Bible does not prescribe vegetarianism at all, but records that God actually gave meat for mankind for consumption.